Hello everyone, welcome to Brain Blitz Audios. Today we'll be solving some questions asked in Alan's Talent Encouragement Exam or Tallentex. We'll be looking at questions asked in Grade 7 for Tallentex 2015. Let's begin, shall we? Directions for question number 1 and 2. 6 persons A, B, C, D, E and F are sitting in 2 rows, 3 in each, facing each other. E is not at the end of any row. D is second to the left of F. C, the neighbor of E, is sitting diagonally opposite to D. B is the neighbor of F. So let's draw a diagram. So 2 rows. So 2 rows and 3 in each. Now E is not at the end of any row. So he can't be the leftmost or the rightmost. That leaves him in the middle. So E must be in the middle. Next, D is second to the left of F. So that means that F is second to the right of D. So that means that there must be one person between F and D. The only way to do this is that F must be in the rightmost position and D is in the leftmost position. We don't know in which row, so we keep it like that. Next point, C, the neighbor of E, is sitting diagonally opposite to D. So that means C and D are not in the same row. They are in opposite rows and is the neighbor of E. So that means that D and F is not in a row with E. So D is the leftmost and F is the rightmost. And C is neighbor of E and sitting diagonally opposite to D. So C would be here diagonally opposite to D and neighbor of E. And the last point is B is the neighbor of F, the only place left that has the position that's the neighbor of F, immediate neighbor of F is over here, B. So the remaining person is B, C, D, E, F. So A would be over there. So let's look at the question number 1. Who among the following are sitting in the same row? Options 1, A and B, 2, C and F, 3, C and B, and 4, A and E. Let's look at each of the options. A and B. Now, let's name each of the rows. So this will be row 1 and this will be row 2. Now A and B. A is in row 1 while B is in row 2. So but the question is asking which of the following are sitting in the same row. So first one is incorrect because they are in different rows. Second option, C and F. In C is in the first row while F is in the second row. So second option, C and F, is also incorrect. Third option, C and B. Now C is in the first row while B is in the second row. So option 3, C and B, is also incorrect. Option 4, A and E. So A is in the first row right here while E is also in the first row. They are neighbors. So option number 4, A and E, is the right answer for this question. Question number 2. If D and E exchange their seats, who will be neighbors of D in the new seating arrangement? So let's draw the seating arrangements again. So CEA, DBF. CEA, DBF. So first it's asking if D and E exchange their seats. So if they exchange their seats, the new seating arrangements would be CE would be replaced by D. So CDA, D would be replaced by E. So EBF. The question is asking us who will be the neighbors of D in the new seating arrangement. So not the first one, second one. So neighbors of D, we can see that D is in the middle, so D has two neighbors. If it was at the rightmost or the leftmost seat, then it would only have one neighbor. But since it has two neighbors, option 1 and 2 is incorrect. It's saying only C and only B. That is incorrect. In option 3 says E and B. Now this is first row, this is second row. Now E and B are in the second row, while in the new seating arrangement, D is in the first row. So third option is also incorrect. C and A, this is C, this is A, D is in the middle, so D is the neighbor of C, D is the neighbor of A. So option number 4, C and A, is the right answer for this question. Let's look at the directions for question 3 and 4. 9 cricket fans are watching a match in a stadium. Seated in one row, they are J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, and R. L is to the right of M, and at third place to the right of N. K is at one end of the row. Q is seated adjacent to both O and P. O is at the third place to the left of K. J is immediate next to the left of O. So there are 9 of them seated in one row. So let's draw 9 seats. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Now K is at one end of the row. We don't know if it's the rightmost or the leftmost. Now if we look at the statement, O is at the third place to the left of K. Now if K has been the leftmost position, the statement we just looked at wouldn't be true, because O cannot be third place to the left of K, because there is no seating arrangement before to the left of K. So K must be in the rightmost position, and O is third place to the left of K. So 1, 2, 3. O would be here. Next, J is immediate next to the left of O. So this is the left of O. So J would be here. Then Q is seated adjacent to both O and P. Now seating adjacent means that if Q is seated adjacent to O, it means that Q is the immediate neighbor of O. It is also the immediate neighbor of P. So that means that Q is between O and P. If it was not, it would only be the immediate neighbor of one of these or none of these. So now to the left, immediate left of O, we have J, but Q must be seated immediately to the right or left of O. So since it can't be placed in the left position, Q would be over here. Now Q is seated between O and P, so P would be there. Now let's look at the first statement. L is to the right of M and a third place to the right of N. Now this statement says that L is to the right of M and the 3 places to the right of N. So L must be, so if N is at 1 position, L must be in the 4th position if N is in the 1st position. So if L is placed at the leftmost position, it can't be to the right of M. Similarly, if we put it in the 2nd position, it would be the right of M, but it cannot be the 3rd place to the right of N, since there is no 3 places to the left of L. Now, as the only way that L is at the 3rd place to the right of N is if L is placed at the 4th position. So so N would be 3rd place to the left of L, so N would be here, and L is to the right of M, so M is to the left of L. M would be here. So let's see. J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q. Remaining person is R, so R would be there. Let's look at question number 3. Who is sitting at the center of the row? Option 1, L, 2, J, 3, O, 4, R. Now, center of the row. Now let's say these are numbers and it's a data arranged in ascending order. So the center of the row would be the center of the data. Now the center of data is the median of the data, the median of the number of numbers. So we can see that there are 9 cricket fans, so there is an odd number of numbers. So to find the median of an odd number of numbers, the formula is n plus 1 by 2th term. So n is the total number of numbers. So we get 9 plus 1 by 2th term, which is equal to 10 by 2th term, which is the 5th term. Now let's look so the person who is sitting in the center of the row must be in the 5th position. So it will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now, so since J is in the 5th position, J is the person who is at the center of the row. So option 2, J, is the correct answer for this question. Question number 4. Which of the following statement is true? Option 1. N is 2 seats away from J. Option 2. M is at one extreme end. Option 3. R and P are neighbors. And option 4. There is one person between L and O. Now, let's look at the positions. Now, let's look at the options. N is 2 seats away from J. That's option number 1. So if we look at it, N is 2 seats away from J. So that means, so if we look at to the right side, 2 seats away from J is OQP. P is 2 seats away from J. While to the left side, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. So R is 2 seats to the left of J. So in neither of the side is N to the 2 sides away from J. So option 1, N is 2 seats away from J, is incorrect. Second option, M is at one extreme end. Now that's clearly not true because M is in the third position, not in the first or last position. So second option, M is at one extreme end, is also incorrect. Third option, R and P are neighbors. Now this is also incorrect because R is in the second position while P is in the 8th position. They are far away from each other. So option 3 is also incorrect. Option 4, there is one person between L and O. So that is true because L is in the 4th position, O is in the 6th position. The person in the 5th position, that is J, is in between of them. There is only one person between L and O. So option 4 is the correct answer. Option 4, there is one person between L and O, is the correct answer. Let's move on to the last question. How many P's are there with F before and after them in the sequence? Option 1, 3, option 2, 6, option 3, 7, and option 4, 8. Now, the question says how many P's are there with F before and after them. So, if there's a P, then an F would be before it and F would be after it. So this means that P is immediately between two F's, not after one or two places. So let's look at each of the P's. The first P, it has an F before it and it has an F after it, so it is counted. So 1. Then next P, the next one is incorrect because even though there's an F before it, there's no F after it. Immediate to the right, it is P, not F, so it is not counted. This P is also not counted because F is not there before or after it. Now this P is correct because it is between two F's, so 2. This one is correct. 3 because it is between them. And this one is correct because it's between F is between them, so 4. Now this one is incorrect because F is not after it. This one is incorrect because an F is not before it. This is incorrect because there's not an F after it. This is incorrect because there is no F before or after it. This one is incorrect because there's no F before it. And this P is correct because it is between two F's. 5. This one is also correct. It's between them. 6. This one is also correct. It's between them. 7. Now this one is incorrect because there's no F after it. This one is also incorrect because there's no F before it. Now this last P is also is correct because it is between two F's. So if we count them, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now 8 is option 4. So option 4, 8 is the right answer for this question. That's all, folks. We hope you found it interesting. For more useful videos, please subscribe to our channel, Brain Blitz Audios. Until the next episode, take care, stay safe, ta-ta for now.